Per a Benjamin Simmons quote last night after the game against the Trailblazers, he believes he is currently the NBA's best defender. That is a quote that is sure to get the Miles Turner, Anthony Davis, and Rudy Gobert voters riled up. However, being big men, one has to admit that they're at an inherent advantage when it comes to Defensive Player of the Year voting. These are guys that protect the rim, and despite the volume of three-point shooting today, that is still an extremely valuable asset if you're going to go on and win a championship. However, it is also an extremely valuable asset if you can take one defender and say go guard any player on the floor, and as it currently sits, Ben Simmons is one of the only players in the NBA that you can say go do that at an elite level and actually have it happen. He does this in a variety of ways that I'm going to show in today's video. He's able to negotiate screens very well to get the ball handler to do what he wants. He has extremely quick hands, which is almost unfair for his size. Speaking of size, being listed at around 6'11 and 240 pounds but still being able to laterally move, he can bother literally any player on the floor. It gives him the ability to play a guy for the drive but also take away his shot, which is something you're going to see in this video as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to have two specific examples of Ben Simmons being able to negotiate screens and get the desired result. Here he's going to get screened by Marc Gasol, but he's actually going to be able to play this under and still stop the shot. So he's going to bother him on the right side, push him to the left, come out on the other side, and contest what is about to be a three-pointer, and LeBron James is shooting the highest percentage since his Miami days. So at this specific point, instead of just letting it be a switch and having LeBron James go in at Embiid, or giving up an open three-pointer overall, he is able to cut off both options. So it looks much better in real time as you can see it in full speed, right side, left, come out, contest, and he's got to give up the ball. This makes even more sense against Pascal Siakam, who is shooting pretty disappointingly from the three-point line considering what he's done in the last couple of years. Here he's able to play under, take away both drives. Look at this, he's taking away Siakam's drive by playing under the screen, still contest the shot and make Siakam give it up. And not just give it up, by the way, he pressures the pass. So in real time you see no reason to step up on a Siakam 3, you actually want him to take the three-pointer, you want him to take the jumper, you don't want him to spin inside the lane, and he's able to take away every option, he's able to bother every option. While Lillard did get past Ben Simmons quite a bit last night, as he would basically any defender, Simmons was also able to force him into some pretty tough positions at some pretty important times. And this is what is so incredible about Simmons' versatility, because now he's being asked to guard one of the best point guards in the league. This is a smaller, quick guard. This is someone who loves step backs, who loves drives. He can score at any possible way, but Ben Simmons can also take a lot of those options away. Here Lillard is going to try to push Simmons into a canted screen, but watch how Simmons is able to contain this and take away the drive while also taking away the shot. He's going to stay at an angle here, there's no drive, and there's also no step back. He uses his length to bother the shot, Lillard gives it up. So the angle he's able to keep himself at would have made a drive very difficult, and that step back through that Lillard loves, it's just not there, not on the length of Ben Simmons. This time Lillard actually is going to go to the step back, and once again, the length is going to bother the shot. Yes, Lillard was able to create some separation, but when you look at that, that is about as good as a contest as you're going to get on a Lillard step back. But once again, what's so incredible is, with the angle, he's able to take away the drive and contest it. Look at the angle right here. If Lillard is going to drive, he's going to be driving into a lot of size, a lot of strength, and a lot of speed. So he's going to step back instead, and he's able to take both of those away. Now the ball pressure here was just insane. To be able to do this to a guard like Damian Lillard without fouling, he even gets a hand on it, pokes it into the backcourt, and by the time Lillard gets this ball back, there's only going to be 12 seconds on the shot clock, so Simmons has effectively broken this entire play, and the Blazers are going to just have to make something up. So up to this point, you've seen some variations with this Lillard step back, and this time Simmons clamps the entire thing. So 7 seconds left, Lillard is going to go, look at the angle. He cut the step back off right there in case you didn't see it. Lillard did try it. Simmons right there. No step back this time. He tried to fake him, tried to get him to bite on the step back because he did it 2 plays before, and he's going to miss. And the Sixers are going to have a chance to tie the game. I'm going to say on most defenders, this works. After Lillard has stepped back twice, right here, this would definitely get someone to bite. But Simmons doesn't bite. It's almost like he anticipated that fake. And not only did he anticipate the fake, this time since Lillard actually did drive, this is what I was talking about with the angle his body is at, that is a very tough attempt. This Boston game was an absolute clinic by Simmons, and you're going to see a lot of quick hands. Once again, Simmons is being asked to guard a smaller, quick guard, and perfect strip out on Boston. And the crazier part is that even if Kemba Walker right here would have snatched back the other way, Simmons covered so much ground with his length and size, he would have been able to flip his hips and take away the middle as well. Now he's being asked to guard Marcus Smart, 13 seconds on the clock, under the legs, cross, no. No reach in foul, nothing extra, just perfect anticipation, and Marcus Smart could have gotten past him. It was actually a great opportunity here because Simmons is totally committed to that side, but his hands are so quick. And once again, that's the wingspan, the length. Now they're going to give it to an even bigger guard, possibly their best player, Jaylen Brown. and cross under legs, nope, quick hands. He stays in front of him the entire time, no rotation, and that's the really important thing. Especially this year with defense is switching or over helping, having a guy like Ben Simmons that can just stay in front of a ball handler and not force the defense into rotation, giving up open threes. He doesn't give up anything here. There's no open three, there's no drive, it's just staunch defense. And he's got nowhere to go here. He's gonna have to pass out. Simmons sticks with JB this entire play. So as you see right here, there's gonna be a screen by Marcus Smart, totally ineffective. Now, JB is forced to catch it all the way out here at the 76ers logo because of how Simmons stuck with him. He is going to be able to drive. Ben Simmons is gonna be a little bit behind, and it's still not gonna matter because of the length. This pass is gonna be deflected. And this from start to finish is just incredible defensive activity, especially because this time there was actually some forced helps. Seth Curry has to come off of Marcus Smart. Simmons keeps the pass from getting to the corner. This time they're going to have Tristan Thompson set JB the screen. Ben Simmons once again stuck with him, and not only did the pass have to go all the way to the logo, Ben Simmons actually picked it off. And Simmons does this multiple times, making players catch the ball at the logo, making the play extremely difficult. Jeremy Grant is almost going to fumble it here, and they're just going to have to go to some other action. More activity and breaking plays, so Jeremy Grant is going to release this one to Plumlee and try to get it back. Look how Simmons stays with him. You can't get that ball back. Now, he's going to cut and lose Simmons, but check it out. As Embiid picks up Grant, Simmons is going to stick Plumlee. Now, if this is a smaller point guard, as would be in any other situation, following Mason Plumlee, you feel comfortable throwing him that ball, but you know Simmons has quick hands, you know Simmons can definitely block that, so you don't. You just drive straight into Embiid. That's a stop. Look where he starts this play in transition, all the way on the right corner. The ball is going to go down the middle. This is going to be a break opportunity, except it's not. So just again for reference, this is where Ben Simmons started that play, Jeremy Grant all the way on this side. And Ben Simmons is going to track this down. He's going to see where it's going, make that crossover. No. Sooner or later, smaller guards are going to realize they can't handle the ball around Ben Simmons. And especially if you don't have the handles of a guard, you probably don't want to handle the ball around Ben Simmons. Look at the active hands here. This is Ben Simmons one-on-one in the corner, swiping at it, staying with it, no foul, into the clock. Help is going to come. That is a forced turnover. And once again, when players go one-on-one, when they try to beat guys, or when they can't beat guys, you put the defense in rotation. There's just no rotation happening here. You got to make something out of nothing. Another transition opportunity, and Ben Simmons is looking at the ball. Jeremy Grant is already starting his dash down the court, and it doesn't matter. The size, the speed, the athleticism. No. For one of the rare times you'll see in this video, the ball handling is actually going to work. He's going to beat Simmons. There is a recovery. No. This kind of relates to the Lillard part we were looking at earlier. If you're able to get by him, or if you're able to get an angle, he's also got his body at an angle so he can recover, so he can stop a drive. Pistons down 4. They are going to inbound the ball. Ben Simmons comes out and brings pressure at the logo. Hands, very quick hands. He's going to fumble the ball, and the only reason this was not a dunk or just a change of possession flat out, a fast break, is because I believe they called an off-ball foul here. But once again, Ben Simmons, agitator. So you've seen Simmons now guard point guard, small forwards. Now he's gonna guard what was a breakout power forward last year. As some would like to put it, someone his own size. In this play, Simmons will force the Raptors into the shot that he wants. So Siakam is going to fake a 3 while Simmons is giving him space. He contested the 3, he's going to cut off the drive. Because of it, there is no rotation. Now they're going to enter a screen action with Fred VanVleet. Shake Milton is a little bit behind here, so Simmons is going to have to cut off the Fred VanVleet drive. And what you have is a Siakam 3, which is what you want. So just to see that in full time, Simmons quite literally takes away all the options that the Raptors wanted until they had to resort to a 30% three-point shooter. That's perfect. More quick hands on display here. Ben Simmons is playing middle. As soon as Bane catches the ball, it's mine. Thank you, and it's a foul. Alright, so you can file this one under harassment charges. Ben Simmons playing Siakam for the drive again. You're not worried about a 3. And look at this. Siakam's going to drive into a brick wall. Lazy pass thrown. That play is broken. And once again, a recurring theme. Simmons on-ball defense is one-on-one defense. You don't have to put the Sixers defense in rotation if you can just stop it. Nobody had to help him stop that play. Nobody was open. And as Lowry tries to force a rotation, Ben Simmons recovers right back to Siakam at the three-point line. That's where you want him. Siakam is clearly not going to get a clear drive on Simmons, so this time he's going to settle for the jumper, but Simmons is ready for anything. Look how he's shuffling his feet, just in case he wants to go right or left, and then gets a perfect contest on the jump shot, which is a brick. So Simmons is more than capable of taking away any option, and as you see here, he is ready for any option. Just in case you didn't believe me, we are here with 4 minutes left in a tie game, and he is now, you don't want to give up any points, obviously, so he's guarding him at the three-point line, shot clock winding down. Siakam is going to try to drive. Again, no rotation. Nobody has to help him. That is a perfect stop. Siakam is going to spin predictably, and that is going to be a deflection. He wants a foul. That's just penitentiary. It is the cliche of today's NBA to say that nobody plays defense, but we have some really talented defenders, and Ben Simmons happens to be maybe the most talented. When you're defending LeBron James one night, then being told to go guard a Pascal Siakam, but also Damian Lillard a week later, I mean, how many guys can you really ask that of? It's going to be really difficult for a guy who regularly guards ball handlers to win Defensive Player of the Year, but when it's all said and done, I think he's going to at least deserve some consideration. But who do you think is the Defensive Player of the Year so far, and who do you think is actually going to win it? Make sure to leave that in the comment section below. Also, hit the like button, comment, and sub if you enjoyed, and hit the bell next to my name if you want notifications every time a new video drops. Appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you on the next one.